would make my day. One short, one quick.
Hello, gamers. It's gaming time. I feel like I open every stream like that. It's just fun to start with. While you were waiting for the stream to start, okay, I think that's a little better. While you were waiting for stream to start, I was doing some maintenance that I've just forgotten to do. My mic is like really not sensitive, that's why. It's like low. Anyway. If it's something that isn't taking effect now, that's because I did it like while I was streaming still just now, and that means it'll take effect next stream. Notably, this includes AutoMod is like way less sensitive now, because I'll let you see this actually. One of the things I have now is this little transition too. This is the AutoMod settings, and I think I had sexuality, sex, or gender on like some filtering, because I don't want people like commenting and saying slurs at me because I was gay or whatever. But I think just because I had it on some, it was just censoring everything related to that, which is, you would think that would be on max filtering, but no, it was on the second level of filtering. So now everything's on either no filtering or like the least amount that you can have while still filtering some things. I've also gone into my alerts on Streamlabs. I did this before the stream, so that shouldn't be a problem. but like that should be in effect now. And I made all the alerts just a little louder because I think in the last couple days I've missed people like following or subbing to me, and I just didn't know that they did that. Just because the notification was quiet and Danganronpa is in full screen, so I can't like switch back easily. And then I'd like get the notification, or not the notification, the email from Twitch at the end of stream and be like, here's your stats, you got a new sub by the way, and I'm like, I did? So sorry if you subbed to me in the last couple days and I didn't thank you for that. Thank you now. OBS isn't showing me who you are, but thank you if you have subscribed to me or followed me in my last couple streams. And I just haven't seen it. And then the last little thing is I have these little transitions now, so that it's not like a cut every time I go to switch the view. 'Cause before it was just like a jump cut, and I think that was a little jarring. As little quality of life things like that, and I hope that'll make the streaming experience a little more enjoyable for you. And like I said yesterday, I have my VOD channel just existing now, which is the same as my username here, except the TI is the number 2, so it's Chimera Man 2 Core on YouTube. And of course you can find me on my regular YouTube under the same username that I have now, where I do animations and stuff, and you know, whatever else strikes my fancy to put on there. So if you're interested in seeing a different kind of content from me, than just playing video games, you can go there. That's fun. So today we're going to be playing more Danganronpa. Last we left off, we were about to go to the trial. See, the thing, I think I mentioned this yesterday. I have to stop leaving the game open after stream when I go to dinner, because I think if I leave it like minimized for too long, just like while I'm gone and not doing anything with it, I think it just freezes. And this has happened twice to me now, where I've had to like go back and just replay like hours worth of gameplay. Cause last time it happened, it was during a trial, and I had saved halfway through the trial, because it just like told me to save, and I was like, cool, that's that. So I only had to replay half the trial, which is fine, because like I can speed through that, and like I have the answers written down too, so it's fine. But in this case, I had not saved the entire stream, and the game was frozen, so I couldn't save now, and I had to replay everything that I did on Monday yesterday before I streamed, which was fun and delightful, and I hate it. I want to see, I don't know why OBS doesn't pick up this game when I'm playing it, but I have it like this now, and hopefully it'll notice. Yes! Yes? Hello? Just let the music play in the background. If I put it like this, does that show the game? Hello? It does not. Why was that labeled as Danganronpa then? That was weird. It says Danganronpa. That's weird as hell. It's like not recording that at all. That's so weird. It has like these two up that aren't even like a thing. Alright, I guess in that case I'll just display capture then, and we'll start this over. Apologies for that. I don't know why it's weird like that, because I hate having to look at chat on my phone. I feel like I miss things when I'm playing it like that. Hello? Danganronpa? Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay, so let's just make this full screen then. What is my computer size? I don't even know. Make it. Let's just leave it at 720. Woo. Alright, Danganronpa time. So yeah, I've had my theories about this game. I think they're gonna pull another parallel to the first game, but I think they're gonna do it in a way that's different, if that makes sense, because they pointed out that the fourth case in Danganronpa 1 was a suicide. So in this scenario, I would think it's also a suicide, but I think it was by accident. That's my plan. That's my theory. I think someone did try to kill him, but he took the pillar in self-defense and accidentally squashed himself. I don't know anything else about the case. Because there's like this situation with the clocks and how all the clocks seem to be set 2 hours back, but Nekomaru's wasn't because you can't change the time on his clock. But then at the same time, there's also the whole secret of how the building works, which doesn't make sense. But then there's also the thing that Komaeda saw that he doesn't want to tell anyone, and now he's acting weird because he seems all high and mighty that he knows something. But what does he know? We don't know. And then there's even the revelation that we came across where Hajime's just like a normal guy. He's not even like a lucky student. He's just a reserve student from the normal people class, which we didn't really know was a thing until now. There's a lot of things that we haven't taken into account yet. I'm excited to see how it all shakes up together. Yes.
To tell you the truth, I'm tired. Extremely tired. I feel like spending the rest of my life hibernating already. Man, I know it's bad, but I'm so sleepy. I just want to ditch. Though I really don't feel like it. I'll show you my serious side when you come to the class trial. Even though it's impossible since it's so annoying, you can count on me to take this seriously.
Alright. Looks like it's gonna start.
Hey! Damn it!
Mina's gonna let us out, probably.
Hey!
Hey. What the? I don't know if that's allowed, Monokuma. I think you killed other people. Is he telling us to go inside from here? Alright, Akane.
You're pathetic. It appears you cannot escape. It's nearly showtime!
I love Gundam. I hope he lives forever. Like, not even in the sense of the game. I just hope he just never dies, ever.
Yep.
I hope he's immortal.
Damn it!
We're the same. No, we're not. Shut up. I don't want to be like you.
Well,
Oh, is he talking to Rock?
man,
Oh no, he's talking to me. Okay, I thought I was like, is he like fully crazy now, or
Damn it.
yeah. So what are you gonna do about it, Nagito? No shit, dude. That's not a thing. You're making up rules.
Isn't that right?
No, what are you talking about? He just said the most incomprehensible shit and was like, yeah, that's what life is, right? And you're like, I don't feel safe around you, Nagito.
Well. Hey.
There's one novel I like. It's a peculiar mystery story. Huh? A novel? The story is told from the point of view of a high school girl involved in a serial killer mystery. But when you get to the end, surprise, surprise, the girl was actually the killer. Of course, the story is written carefully so the reader doesn't learn the ending in the middle of the story. The protagonist is just a projection of the reader, and this projection turns out to be the killer, which means the killer you were looking for the whole time is inside you all along. How do you feel about novels like that? What the hell are you talking about? You're just jumping from one topic to another. Yeah, he's insane. And I can't comment on a book that I've never read before.
No good at all.
Such a normal answer. I should have expected that from a talentless reserve corps student like you. Shut up! Oh my god, I hate you. But I know that you don't matter at all. So why do I care about you? You admire Hope. I love Hope.
Right?
In some ways we're similar, but maybe that difference is what's making me so emotional. Nagito seems like the kind of guy who would recommend you read Atlas Shrugged. I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is. Enough already! I don't have time to argue with you. Everyone is waiting.
Man.
Everyone, huh? So you still believe you're just like everyone else? Alright, buddy. There he goes. I hate him. Just more than ever before, I actually hate him. Because before I was like, this guy's weird, and like I'm kind of gonna avoid him, but like, I don't think he's a bad guy, but he's just an asshole now. That's right, I need to calm down. It's one of Ayn Rand's books. Okay, that explains everything I need to know.
Hey. Well, yeah.
Hold on, I'm counting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people left. Obviously someone's going to die at this, I think. Unless it was really a suicide. But this point in the game, in the last game, is kind of the last time that anyone really dies. So, but there were less people than that. I think there was like 5 people total, or 6. And there's 8 of us now, including Hajime. So, I feel like someone else has to die, right? This can't be it. My money's on Sonya. I don't know why. I think just because, I mean, Sonya's got her own character, but I don't know. Either her or Akane I could do without.
Hey, come on now. Now I'm really angry.
What does that mean, Monokuma? You can't just say words.
Now then.
Well, he was also more metal than any of you, so. Monokuma, what the fuck? He fucking beefed it. It's one of us. Guess you could say the kid. Oh my god, almost everyone dead in this one. I guess you could say that the killer is among us. Anyway. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Nekomaru, who betrayed their friends. I will never ever forgive them. And so, this life-threatening trial billowing hope and despair has begun. Yeah, I'd like to save. I keep forgetting to get skills. It's fine. Let's just get on with it. Trial started.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Mikan's cross, or X or whatever, wasn't it X, it was a cross, because she's a nurse.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu!
Ew, right.
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me. I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
You think I can't get it?
You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident? We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning? Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Shut up. It's literally not like
I
that.
am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
I like the way she phrased that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously. As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly.
Oh, you're not
gonna
actually, like, use evidence?
Strawberry House dudes. One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
The
incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon. Well, the weapon is obvious, right? What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
It's not the hammer, you dumbass. Kazuichi, you fool. Oh, really? I have to shoot a bullet because of this? Okay.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer! The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of
That's
him.
not true.
No, that's wrong. No, I can't accept that that hammer was the murder weapon.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right? The hammer was used to beat Nekomaru. You'd expect some oil to be on it, at least.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Oh yeah, sure, Kazuichi.
I thought, maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
Pillar.
That's the problem. There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Yes, there was.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
It's the pillar.
I see!
I got it.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
That's not true.
Why?
Nekomaru could have picked it up.
Tried to move it, right?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
It's Nekomaru.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
It was an accident.
Nekomaru killed himself?
It was an
Don't
accident.
be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Then even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, that's nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
What the heck?
The fourth murder of the killing school life is apparently ruled as suicide. See?
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
Yes, for reals.
See. So my gut was right after all. All right. It's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all. Sonia, here I go!
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right
No.
for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over.
No.
Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Untrue, untrue, untrue. It's not true. Don't listen to her. She's pretty and she's nice, but she's stupid.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No, that's wrong.
What about tipping the pillar?
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
But they were under his
Pillar
body.
fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body.
Because the pillar shattered and then he fell.
If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too, but it's probably not what happened. I see. That was entirely my bad.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
Well, yeah, that's what feelings are,
But we
dude.
can't say for sure that that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter.
God, shut up.
What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation?
Shut up.
You make me laugh.
I don't care.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
I don't want your help.
Hey, Nagito, what the hell happened to you? How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Oh, he is still talking like a lunatic, just in a different
I've
way.
learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Okay.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
The wire?
A specific item?
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
But I thought he was the only one who did
Nagito
it.
knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
I don't understand.
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the One who has claimed dominion over evil.
I was literally about to make the joke that he was about to be like, yes, I am the ultimate weapon.
Cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword.
No, this is
of
bullshit.
victory.
This isn't actually it.
It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark davas of destruction.
I love them. I like their chemistry.
I see.
But I'm unliking this. Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the funhouse.
Okay. You can just tell us, because you know.
Secret of the funhouse?
You know these things. You figured it all out.
Realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're
Jeez,
supposed to be
get
the
it
symbols of
together.
hope, aren't you?
The ultimate weapon is
I
gun.
forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Shut up. Shut up.
Except
I'll
for
beat you up.
Hajime?
You know what? You're about to catch these ultimate fists, Nagito, alright? I don't care if I have a talent or not. I'll beat you up.
If we make it out of this, I'll explain it to you guys.
Anyway, we must
Fuck you,
first
Nagito.
clarify the secret of the funhouse, right? Then I think it must have something to do with the structure of the funhouse. Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower.
Yes.
And Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
Yes. We
But
understand
in
this.
actuality, they are both the same building.
Yes.
And both houses are linked to the central tower.
Yes. Where are you going with this?
It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man, not only does that make perfect sense, but Miss Sonia's beautiful voice is just
Alright, you're
so
starting to get on my
soothing.
nerves now, too.
Faux show. I shall leave
Faux
this matter to your discretion.
Why is she suddenly deciding to be, like, the best character out of nowhere? Anyway. I thought that at first, too, but I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that. It's the fact that the elevator spins, right?
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the funhouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place.
I mean, the walls are different colors.
Well, that's not the reason why,
The designs on
Akane.
the floor are also different.
No, we've been through this, Akane.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Oh, should I? Okay.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same.
No, they're not.
No, that's wrong.
Why is everyone here so crazy? It's not everyone. It's just that the crazy people like to really make themselves known.
Towers.
And in
They
some
rule the
cases
same
that's
place.
good, like Gundam, because I love him. But in some cases it's
Why are you
Nagito
asking that
Komaeda,
now?
and I
Do
would,
you harbor a grudge because
it's on
my
fucking
kingdom
sight if
destroyed
I
your
ever see him in
homeland?
real life. I would beat the shit out of it.
Hajime, I won't tolerate any sort of rebellion.
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Great Tower from Great Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front of the door to Strawberry Hall. But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front of the door to Great Hall.
It's probably some kind of trick, like the floor rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously
then the elevator
think
moves
such a
too,
simple answer is
so-
the correct answer?
Does that mean he's wrong?
Just say words normally.
I guess I've said too much.
No, you know things.
The floor didn't
Tell
rotate.
us.
Then that means we need
Jesus.
to think about the structure of the building.
Bow down.
Uh-oh.
Then how about this? somebody moved Nekomaru's body.
No.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower,
The whole fucking pillar moved?
but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it.
Monokuma doesn't
While we
meddle
were
with
moving,
stuff.
Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. You saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
Okay. What about like the oil spills? Yeah, oil on the floor.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
No! Oh my god, what? How am I out? I did that perfectly.
There are many different ways. The body and the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. And Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
There we go.
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding up the pillar, the body, he could have moved it all
wait.
easy as pie.
Like I missed my opportunity to shoot. Or slash. Okay, I got it.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong. Wielding the power of the pillar, the body,
No.
everything at the crimes.
Not
Allow
everything.
me to cut through those words. Moving the body and pillar is possible, but it would have been impossible to move the oil on the floor.
Huh?
When the position of Nekomaru's body and the pillar changed, the oil surrounding his body moved too. Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible, no matter how you look at it.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired up.
It's all right.
I think she's
A
acting
fired
a
up
little
Miss Sonia
saucer.
is awesome to watch.
Shut up, Kazurishi.
So
I'm
what
busy
really
suspecting
happened?
her of murder.
Does that mean the two towers aren't the same building?
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the e-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
But it must have rotated somehow.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
No idea, huh?
Hey, Nagito.
I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up.
I mean, you
Fine.
clearly know
Tell
what
you
the
guys
deal
a
is.
big hint that can help you solve the secret of the funhouse.
Give us the answer, not a friggin' hint.
But then it wouldn't mean anything. I need you guys to do this class trial
You're
properly.
part of the class trial,
It's
Nagito.
also important for me because it will help me determine something.
The way that sounds reminds me of a bit that Byakuya had. And why does it sound like the guy from Total Drama Island? No, in chapter 2 of the first game, Byakuya messed with the crime scene to frame another character. But he left an inconsistency on purpose because he wanted to test if Makoto would figure out that he messed with it and not that it was just actually that other person. And he was like, I specifically set it up so that if you wouldn't figure it out, then I would step in and like clarify that I had messed with it. And he said, but that was a test because I wanted to see how smart you guys were, because when I decide that I want to kill someone, I'm gonna make it the perfect crime. And I had to make sure how smart you were first, so that I could figure out something that would go over your heads, and then you would pick the wrong person and I would get away with it. And Nagito purposefully withholding information because he wants to determine something reminds me a lot of that. Oh, no kidding, something happened to him.
But how do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows it.
I have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
And what was that, Nagito? Monokuma Taichi. No, it was the game, wasn't it?
See. You're talking about the final dead room, right? You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
Well, you know that. He showed you.
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
The window?
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited.
Yeah.
All by itself.
So
From that
what was it?
window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Are we underwater?
Strange scenery?
Are we in Hope's
Instead
Peak?
of explaining it might be faster just to show you. At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
Oh, he did.
You took a picture?
Yep.
Creepily. What did you see, Nagito?
See?
Share with the class.
This is it.
He showed us a peculiar picture. Huh?
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House.
But that's really high
from
up.
the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird?
Yeah, cause see, well, you're not gonna see my cursor, but on the side of the corridor, and then the tower is there, but it doesn't connect to the building on the other side. So I don't understand.
If Funhouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking,
Then where's Grape House?
then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Oh my god, Hajime, are you an idiot?
Then let's begin. Shall I call it thinking time?
You're so annoying. I hate you. Spot selection. There's
Here!
If the structure of the funhouse is what we thought it was,
there's no Grape House or Strawberry House. It's time to put on our thinking caps.
Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle.
Well, wait, hold
Which
on.
means If you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind you.
The final dead room is in the red square. I wish I had a pointer or a mouse that I could show you. The red Strawberry House, that like black and white section, is the final dead room, and then the like actual bunker part or the hidden room is like past that, which is okay, that's where you can see the tower. So yeah, you should be able to see Grape House there, but it's not there. And I'm trying to imagine If the elevator's there and it rotates 180 degrees, that's the thing that I can't wrap my head around. If you're facing the opposite direction, then it should be that Strawberry and Grape House are connected, it's just not from the tower, it's from the elevator shaft. It just turns 180 degrees. It doesn't necessarily move up and down or anything. Yeah.
But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the tower. No shadow, no shape, no Grape House at all.
I see. And is that it?
Well, I mean, we're not really on a first floor. We're kind of super high up. Here!
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right?
Yes.
If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
But there's a lot underneath us.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then, this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angle suggests it was taken from higher up.
Much higher up.
That's right. Good call. In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo. The first floor of Strawberry House is located in a high area, and Grape House is not behind the tower.
Is Grape House underneath Strawberry House?
Are you saying that Grape House is merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye?
Sure.
From this point on, do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me. If you guys are truly symbols of hope, you can easily solve a simple mystery like this. It might be possible for Hajime to solve it too.
Shut up.
Even though he's just a
Shut up.
normal high school student.
Shut up.
Despite the fact that you don't
You
have
will
a
be
real
the next
talent,
victim.
you already know about the other clue.
Oh, because he was able to go in between Strawberry and Grape House.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already.
Top floor. So the third floor?
So they are connected vertically
The
then.
Monokuma Archive should be the only room on the third floor of Grape House.
What does it mean?
Yeah, baby, I love this one. Let's fucking go. Well, I wasn't looking. I was adjusting the things on my desk, and then I fell like a fool. Oh. I was gonna say, do I get bonus points for being a daredevil? No, I'm just an idiot. Question 1. Do Strawberry House and Grape House both exist? Yeah, they both exist. Ah! They're the same building. They're just connected vertically instead of horizontally like we previously imagined. This is really fun. They're connected vertically. Yeah.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
Got it. I know the secret of the funhouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors.
That's nice.
Then the two houses aren't two different three-story buildings.
It's one
They're
six-story
actually
building.
one six-story building?
Yeah.
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
It's above.
I see!
Because he was above the trees.
On top of Grape House. That's where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle.
But I have no idea how this relates to the case.
Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the fourth
So
floor
messed
above
up.
Grape House.
Okay, but this is all bullshit. You can feel the difference between an elevator going up and down or left and right, and they should all know this already. But the thing is that, well, first of all, they pointed it out that it moves really, really slowly, so you can't feel it moving at all. And second of all, the elevator rotates too. So I feel like that would throw you off a little bit for moving up and down. Because it kind of does feel like it's moving horizontally if it's like turning too.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were completely different shapes.
Strawberry House is four-sided, and Grape House is six-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes. A quadrilateral and a hexagon, overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the funhouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd! Don't you think a building full of so many surprises totally deserves to be called a fun house?
Then it's true? The building was really like that?
That's right! Those two houses exist on different floors in the same
Get Monokuma.
building!
Constructing a building like that on your own without my knowledge? How horrible!
Okay. Yeah, I'm
What
sure
about
that's
the
the most
towers?
heinous thing
Are they
Monokuma's ever
arranged
done.
vertically just like the houses?
Yeah, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower should have also been different floors inside the same building. just like Strawberry House was on top of Grape House. Strawberry Tower was also on top of Grape Tower.
However, if they're different floors within the same building, why was Nekomaru's body in both places?
Aw, your precious hammies don't know? But it's so simple. Alrighty then. I'll be the one who solves this mystery in a flash. Please watch me, Miss Sonia.
Oh, I see. Do whatever you like.
Oh, definitely make her watch me. I'm gonna stand out till she notices me.
Okay, buddy. Anyway.
I'm gonna solve this mystery in a flash. Hurry up, dumbass. One of the bodies in one of the towers was actually a dummy.
No, you dumbass.
No, that's wrong.
Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy. That can be proven by Kazuichi's account.
Me?
Remember? When we moved from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, we thought the body had moved. And that's when you said, right up until that moment, you were disassembling Nekomaru's body at Grape Tower, right? The killer couldn't have known how you'd take apart his body, so they couldn't have built a dummy.
Yeah, dummy.
Unless Kazuichi was the one who built the dummy, then it would be a different story.
Miss Sonia, that's a pretty harsh joke. You are joking, right?
It's alright. Kazuichi is not the killer.
How do you know?
If he was,
She's like, 'cause
he
it's
wouldn't have
me.
pushed the elevator or the button in Strawberry Hall. It'd be much more convenient for the killer if it stayed broken. I see. That is disappointing.
But he did kind of, like, resist it, though. Because he was like, oh, I can't fix the door because I don't have parts. And then, like, Nagito was like, oh, but you can use Nekomaru. And he was like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, he didn't want to. He was just pressured into doing it.
More disappointed.
However, even if Nekomaru's body wasn't a dummy, it's meaningless if we don't have the important answer.
The reason Nekomaru's body was in both towers, even though it was supposed to be on different floors.
Maybe it was simply moved?
The body moved to a different floor?
You can't think of a device like that? A device that moves things to different floors in the same building?
Is it an elevator? Or are we really gonna have to do a bullet for an elevator? Oh, it's this. Okay, I like this. Elevator! Eee. V. I need another E. There we go. Elevator. Wait, not that. Elevator. I done it!
I got it!
I got it!
You must be talking about an elevator.
What?
The
Are you
tower
saying
itself is an
Nekomaru's
elevator.
body was
Wait,
transported using an
didn't I say
elevator?
when we first came into the tower, I said that reminds me of the stretching room from Haunted Mansion in Disney, and that's also an elevator, but it moves really slowly, so you can't feel that it's like going up and down, and that's how they achieve the stretching effect of the paintings, and it looks like the ceiling's rising, but you're actually lowering. Anyway, I think that's cool, but
Where the hell is this elevator?
it's not
anyway?
relevant.
It's the tower itself. The inside of the tower is one big elevator,
Yes.
which means the tower was designed so that the whole room goes up and down like an elevator.
Yes. That's why both of the doors can't
So
open at
whether
the
you
same
enter
time.
from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, it all leads to the same room, right?
When is there going to be a Danganronpa at Disneyland? I mean, this is kind of it.
So that's why we could
Because
only enter
Island
from one
4 is an
side or
amusement
the other.
park.
Now that you mention it, sometimes when I pressed the door button, it took a while for it to open.
I see. We were basically waiting for the room to arrive, just like an elevator.
Yeah.
Please hold on. If the inside of the whole tower ascends and descends like an elevator, then why is there a picture of a strawberry on the far back door when you enter from Grape Tower?
Because they want to create the illusion that it's the same
And a
room.
picture of a grape on the far back door when you enter from Strawberry Tower.
If the room just moves up and down like an elevator, there's no reason for the doors to change.
Plus, after the incident, the far back door in Grape Tower had chains wrapped around it, right?
Yeah.
But when we entered Strawberry Tower, those chains were gone.
Yeah, because it's a different door.
Not just that, but if I remember correctly, even the doorknob was broken off.
There are too many strange things. Was that tower really an elevator?
When you see people and things, make sure you focus on the good parts instead of the bad.
What?
What did you say?
So, let's put aside what's changed and focus our attention on what hasn't.
Why do we have to do that?
It's fine. Come on. What does everything that hasn't changed have in common?
They were all on the floor?
I see!
I see!
Is it safe to say that all the items on the floor didn't change? And?
Why did the picture on the far back door change? If you can figure that out, you'll have the answer. The reason is because that elevator has something unique about it.
You can only enter one side at a time. Right? Or... Oh no, only the floor moves, because it's oh, yes. Yes.
So that's it. The elevator was designed so only the floor moved.
Only the floor moved?
Which means the whole room wasn't an elevator, only the floor was.
It's not like a tube that's moving up and down, it's just a platform.
That's why
moving
we
up
saw
and down.
different doors in each tower. Which means on the first floor of Grape Tower, the door on the far back wall had a strawberry design. And on On the 4th floor, which was Strawberry Tower, a different door on the far back wall had a grape design.
Then, where do the different floors lead?
I want to say they lead outside, but they're probably just for show. Just for show? Why was something like that necessary? So we'd falsely believe that the doors were connected to where their picture signified. It was actually very effective. Because of that, we totally misunderstood the building's structure.
I don't get it. But I guess it means whoever designed this building had a totally twisted personality.
Like Monokuma.
Did you hear that, Monami?
Don't blame this on me. Take responsibility for yourself.
Then I'll take responsibility and gently caress you.
What does that mean?
Like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Stop with the tasteless jokes.
By the way, what does the chain on the far back door in Grape Tower mean?
It was probably wrapped there by the killer to keep us as far from Strawberry Tower as possible.
But did the killer know about it being an elevator?
Because of that
or...
chain. You guys thought you couldn't enter there, right?
Because if we knew that, like, if the killer knew that the room was an elevator, then that's like them playing 4D chess and taking a few steps ahead of everyone else. But if they didn't know that it was an elevator, then that's an oversight on their part.
The killer destroyed the Strawberry Hall button, so we'd stay away from Strawberry Tower. Everything was done to tamper with the evidence, so we wouldn't find out about the secret of the funhouse. The appearance of a body in the tower would contradict what we thought we knew about the building. In that situation, if we'd gone to Strawberry Tower, we'd have seen that contradiction firsthand. And using that as a clue, we might have discovered the truth.
But you're assuming they knew
The
this.
truth that the two houses and the two towers are actually one complete vertical building. The killer wanted to keep us from learning that. That's why they made us stay away from Strawberry Tower.
They destroyed the button and wrapped a chain around the door just for that?
Would it really have inconvenienced the killer if we learned the true structure of the building?
It would have been a major inconvenience.
How's that?
After all, this funhouse is strongly connected to the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru.
I don't know.
Hold on. You're progressing much too quickly. There's still a contradiction concerning the building structure.
What a pain. It's fine already.
Gundam, please proceed.
You said earlier that Strawberry House and Grape House are connected vertically, right? If so, how does the contact elevator supposedly transport us from one house to the other?
It rotates.
If that elevator moves vertically, then when your back is facing the elevator, both towers should be on the same side.
Yes.
But does this reflect reality? Inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is to the elevator.
Yeah.
And inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is to the elevator. Which means the houses are on exact opposite sides of the tower. Answer me, fiend! What does this mean?
I don't know.
What does this mean?
I agree, what does this mean? The two houses are connected vertically. The position of the tower should be the same in both houses. Yeah. So yeah, how does that shake out? This is why I'm saying, like, I can't wrap my head around this part. Everything shakes out well except for the elevator rotating. Well, I don't have a good answer.
The two houses are connected vertically.
The elevator should move.
Vertically, not horizontally.
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
The elevator wasn't just moving vertically. Isn't that right, Kazuichi?
Kazuichi?
Huh?
Rotates.
Me? Come on. You used the elevator while you were holding that compass Nagito gave you, right?
That. Yeah, it was pretty strange.
Oh my god.
From start to finish, somehow the compass needle rotated 180 degrees.
Rotated 180 degrees? Meaning, as the elevator moved between the two houses, it also rotated 180 degrees.
This is so strange.
It was probably following the building's perimeter as it rotated to the other side. Which means the exit would be on the opposite side once you arrived at the other house, right?
Oh, okay.
And thanks to that, the tower
I didn't
was
think
on
of it
the
like
right
that. I
side
thought
when
it
you
was
arrived at Great House.
instead of it going left and right like that, I thought it was just kind of like going up and then rotating at the same time, like stationary. Instead of like a diagonal thing. Okay, that makes a lot more sense then.
Appeared on our left side when we were at Strawberry House.
An elevator that rotates while it moves. Is that even possible? It's like something from an amusement park.
We are in an amusement park.
Well, a funhouse is an amusement park attraction, you know. And since the building doesn't really need to be structurally practical, it makes for some splendid fun.
That's not splendid at all! You're inhuman!
He is a
You
human.
say I'm inhuman, but I'm just a bear. So I was never human to begin with. I'm different from these lowly humans.
So we're done with the secret of the funhouse, right? Then let's start talking about the important stuff. What's the ultimate weapon that killed Nekomaru? And how'd they combine it with the pillar?
Huh? You still don't know what the ultimate weapon is yet? It's what I found at the Octagon, you know.
What, the window?
What is the Octagon? I haven't heard about that yet.
Oh my. I can't believe I have to explain that now. As long as you know what an Octagon means, you can solve this simple mystery easily.
Sure. It's an 8-sided shape.
I see!
If I recall, an octagon is a shape with 8 sides, right?
I didn't expect you to know that.
Oh my god, it's.
For a
Oh my god,
substitute
I'm
reserved
going to
for
beat you up.
student, You're quite knowledgeable. I guess
It's
I should
elementary
continue this.
school. Like, you
Where
learn
is
that in
the place
pre-K.
befitting of the name Octagon?
Grape Tower. Right. Oh, then I don't fucking know.
Crap!
Crap! Is it Strawberry Tower? How?
Here!
talking about the secret room surrounded by concrete in the depths of the final dead room.
Hexagon, no matter how hard it tries,
is
will
that
never
place
be an
the
octagon.
You know how the four-sided strawberry house is on top of the six-sided grape house? If you cut a four-sided shape out of a six-sided one, you get 8 edges. It becomes an 8-sided shape.
Ah,
That's
interesting.
basically the gist of it. The true identity of the octagon is that secret room in the depths of the final dead room. In actuality, that place contained various weapons.
Then the ultimate weapon was there too?
But he said
That's
that
a
he
little
didn't
different.
find it.
I learned the true identity of the ultimate weapon at the octagon.
It wasn't there.
Learned? The true identity of the ultimate weapon is the funhouse.
I'm
Which
lost.
means the killer used the building structure as their weapon and killed Nekomaru.
So it was the pillar.
Like me, the killer probably realized the secret of the funhouse from the scenery. And then thought of a way to kill, making use of the building structure.
Maybe the ultimate
The
weapon was the
funhouse
knowledge we
itself was
acquired
the
along the
weapon.
way.
So they killed using the building structure?
That's why the killer tried to keep us from learning the mystery of the building.
So that means someone else did clear the final dead.
More importantly, using the building itself as a weapon? Such a spectacular crime. It truly deserves to be called the ultimate weapon.
Alright, don't jizz your pants, Kameda. I think it would be really funny if he said all that and then Monica was like, no, what are you talking about? It was just a really big gun. Oh, we're halfway through.
Hiya!
Why, hello there. I thought of a new bad word to call Monami. I can already tell I won't be pleased by this. But let me say it right away. Okay. Yeah, I'm already used to insults and slander. There's no way I'll get hurt by a mere word. Monami is a serious stupidly. It's much more straightforward than I expected. Stupidly. That's not it. That's not it at all. Stupid, fat, and ugly. Stupidly. Incorporating all three of these would be ta-da! Stupidly. However, is a fat hidden in there?
Okay, everyone, all together now.
Monokuma, you're also fat.
Monami is a serious stupidly.
Stupidly. Sure, Monokuma. At least they argue like siblings.
Hello! I hope your day is well.
My day is well, thank you,
I'm
Monami.
trying to force myself to be more energetic, or else my mental state won't be able to keep up. My heart's thumping like crazy.
I'm Monami,
I
and my
might as
heart's
well have
throbbing
a
like
laid-back,
crazy right now.
slow-wet attitude and go ahead with high energy. Yeehaw!
Yeehaw!
But be careful that your
She
batteries
spelled that
don't
like
run out
Pikuniku.
for various reasons. And just like I say each time, don't forget to say it frequently.
Oh, I've learned my lesson. Don't you worry, Monami.
I never expected the funhouse itself to be the ultimate weapon. Oh well, let's just press on ahead.
Is it really alright to accept a situation so easily?
It's Chiaki. What'd you
I mean,
expect?
That's not what's important. The thing that's really important is the killer who used the building structure. Like, who's Mekomaru's murderer?
But is it really okay to believe the building is the weapon? Nagito said it, you know.
There's no way I'd lie at such an important moment. I don't want to die either.
What happened to the bastard who kept saying how much they didn't mind dying?
Yeah, I was just about to say.
right. There was a time when I thought I could become a stepping stone for your hopes, but
Now I know you're all useless.
I will sincerely retract that remark.
Retract?
I'm disappointed too, you know? If this was a murder for the sake of hope, I'd happily sacrifice myself.
You say such falsehoods, per usual.
You know, I think one of the things that this game has over the first one is that the characters actually develop and change their minds on things, which is less than I can say for Byakuya Togami.
There is no such thing as murder for the sake of hope. Murder is simply murder. Forcibly sacrificing others for one's own desires. Even one as diabolical as I would avoid such actions.
I see.
It's fine. Let's just leave him alone and find out who killed Coach Nekomaru as fast as we can. Just so you know, it's not like I'm getting hungry or anything, you know.
Akane! You were drooling waterfalls?
Byakuya developed physically. That's mean.
Anyway, if the killer used
Yeah,
the
he
building
grew.
structure, why don't we think about how they used it?
How they killed Nekomaru.
It might be better if we clarify the cause of death first, don't you think?
I feel like he got taller, too. Now that I think about it. Because he's like 6'3" in this game, and he, like, I don't know how tall he was exactly in the first game, but he feels a lot like 6'3". Like, he was just a little taller than Toko, and Toko's my height. I remember that. Toko's 5'4", and I feel like he was only like a few inches taller than her. So, how did he actually did develop physically? He actually did get taller. Nekomaru's cause of death. He was horribly damaged. He was beaten sensitive with a blunt object. But if he was beaten with a blunt object, he wouldn't have been killed to utilize the building's structure. It's the pillar. It was the falling? Because hold on. If he was tied up with the wire and he fell from, like, the elevator lowered the tower and then he fell, that might have killed him. Maybe?
I see! That's it. I think he might have died from falling.
Died from falling?
If the funhouse's secret is that it's a structure where both towers and houses are vertically connected, then the killer made use of its height and caused Nekomaru to die from falling.
That doesn't seem right, though. I feel like he would have been able to...
Are you saying they pushed him off? Where'd they push him off from?
That I don't know yet.
Well, at least they pushed him off and not pulled him
Don't
off.
just make things up when you don't know the method. Where in that building would you even be able to push someone off in the first
The
place?
elevator shaft, dumbass.
It might be possible in the tower. You could push him off the 4th floor when the elevator is on the 1st floor.
Yes.
Did you forget how the elevator functions? When it's on the 1st floor, the
He
door
was
on the 4th
tied
floor
up.
won't open.
Saying he died from falling is truly incorrect. You should burn in the flames of hell.
You know what? I'm sorry,
But my
Gundam. I
gut is
totally
going
will.
crazy right now.
My heart is throbbing like crazy right now. But yeah, the ceiling's really high, though. So I don't know if they'd be able to reach this. This is interesting. This is interesting.
When the elevator is on the 1st floor, you can't go through the door on the 4th floor.
It'd be impossible to shove off the victim from up there.
Then, how about this? After locking Mekamaru inside the elevator, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor and made use of the drop.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you forget the elevator has a sensor?
But
As
it's...
long as there's a moving object inside.
But no.
No, that's wrong.
He wasn't sleeping, he was asleep.
That sensor should only work if something is moving.
He doesn't have a heart rate, so...
If Nekomaru wasn't moving inside, the elevator sensor wouldn't have detected anything.
Could it be his sleep mode?
When Nekomaru's goodnight button is pressed, all of his functions shut down, and he enters sleep mode. If he's in sleep mode, the elevator sensor wouldn't have noticed it, right?
I see. So that's how...
However, even if they moved the elevator in that manner, Nekomaru would have
No,
just
he was
moved
tied up with the
along
wire.
it. There would have been no drop for him to fall and die from. Yes.
Gundam.
That's what I was about to explain before Kazuichi interrupted me. Silence, pest!
Oh, okay.
Now you're
Asshole.
calling me a pest?
If you arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop within the elevator.
So you're telling us all to think about the arrangement, right?
That arrangement is... The hammer is suspicious.
No, it's not. What the hell are you talking about?
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
No, that has nothing to do with anything.
Doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes, no.
How about we all shut up and listen to what Chiaki has to say?
If he was tied to the
Don't
doorknob,
be so cold.
he wouldn't have to be from the ceiling.
What if I start to enjoy it?
Shut. Don't turn into Toko. Did that say AOO? Okay, that was
If you
funny.
arrange it a certain way, you can cause the drop.
So you're telling to think about the arrangement.
That arrangement... The hammer is suspicious.
Isn't it about time we went over the pillar again?
What about the oil on the floor?
The doorknob on the floor seems suspicious.
Yes,
I agree with that.
I agree with that. He was hung from the doorknob,
Didn't the
that's why it's
doorknob have
broken.
scrape marks on it? That might have been where it got scraped by the wire.
Yes.
Is that the same wire that was tied around Nekomaru?
Yes.
The tip of that wire was tied
I agree
into
with
a loop.
that.
If the elevator moved while that loop hung
Yes!
from the doorknob,
Okay, so I wasn't right, I don't
If
think,
they did something like that,
about
he would
the
have been
pillar.
suspended in midair. That's
But-
right. He was suspended
change your
in
clothes.
midair. Huh? The killer tied up Mekamaru with the wire while he was in sleep mode. Tied the tip of the wire into a knot and hung it on the doorknob to the 4th floor. With that, they moved the elevator from the 4th floor to the 1st floor of Great Tower.
Mm-hmm. But how did they fall?
And suspended Mekamaru in midair.
That's right! He was so well hung! Kinda like...
Monokuma! You're the one who took his penis from him. You can't make that joke. You're the only one who's not allowed to make that joke.
Finish that sentence!
The
killer took advantage of the elevator's unique
Oh, that's
feature.
fantastic.
Only the floor
I'm so happy.
By doing that, they created
He
a
really
drop
was
so
well
Nekomaru
hung.
could fall to his death.
Rest in peace.
Too easy.
Oh. Someone's
Created
angry.
a drop. There's no way you can make him fall and die with just that. Why? If Nekomaru is suspended in midair like
Yeah,
that,
how'd they get him to fall?
how do you get him to fall? Because if he's suspended in midair, he won't die if he doesn't actually fall.
I think it's that.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
But, oh, I'm out of cuts. Oh, it's
Doesn't
fine.
mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
What? Nekomaru fell off? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode, right? If he was sleeping, there's no way he could do that to himself. Now's the time. But in that case, you still won't be able to explain the drop.
Oh.
Moving the elevator with Nekomaru
Oh.
inside.
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
Let me go back. Let me try that one again.
Even if they suspended Nekomaru from a wall, how would they make him fall? There's no one in the tower to push him off. There's no way they could do that.
It doesn't mean someone had to push him off. It's possible that he fell on his own.
I like that he's just angry in the corner.
What? Nekomaru should have still been in sleep mode,
That's
right?
not true. He has an alarm
Allow
on
me
his
to cut
chest.
through those words. What do you think would happen if Nekomaru woke up while he was suspended upside down in midair?
What are you saying? Like, how
He
would
has
he
an
even
alarm
wake up?
for.
He has an alarm inside his body. As long as it was armed, it would have deactivated his sleep mode.
For Monokuma Taichi.
Which
I
means
wanted
the
to say
killer set the
Nekomaru
alarm
Taichi.
before they suspended Nekomaru.
You woke up from an alarm and realized you were hanging upside down and had no clue why. If something
Oh!
like that happened to you, you
Oh!
would start panicking a lot, right?
Oh! Oh, because he went downstairs. Oh! He went downstairs at 5. What they believe to be 5. But if he was going downstairs for Monokuma Taichi, which is actually at 7, and his internal clock is right, so for him it would have been 7. But it said that he died at 7:30, which is when they thought, which is 5:30. That's what they thought was 5:30, which is okay. I'm not being coherent right now, but like trust me, I get it. I get it now.
Instinctively, your body would start moving. Nekomaru probably did exactly that.
And then, in order to make him fall from the force he was generating, the wire was hung on the tip of the doorknob so it would easily slip off.
Yes.
In actuality, the scrape marks caused by the wire were near the tip of the doorknob, right?
But Nekomaru didn't fall because the wire came off, right?
He fell because the entire doorknob came off.
Ah.
When Nekomaru awoke, he must have struggled much more than expected, which caused the doorknob to break off.
Was that unexpected for the killer too?
Well, that's probably it. If they knew it'd leave behind evidence like that, they would have at least tried to do something to cover it up.
So in a sense, it is a suicide because he did technically, whoever the killer was didn't technically actually kill him. They just put him in a position where he would end up killing himself when he woke up. Yeah. What? But Did he loosen the doorknob? Oh yeah, because didn't he say you're gonna break it like that if you keep going? Yeah. That's hilarious.
I see. So that's how Nekomaru fell to his death.
The
You
killer
finally
wouldn't know
understand
that.
now?
Yeah. It appears it's just as Miss Sonia said. I'm just a pest. No, I'm not just a pest. I'm a total fucking pig. Isn't that
dude.
right, Miss Sonia?
Oh, dude!
If I'm a fucking pig, you can say so.
I was gonna be like, no need to be so harsh on yourself, buddy. You can, you know, get over this crush, but then you made a complete 180 in just 2 seconds, and I want to beat you up now.
Hey, why aren't you teasing me anymore?
Stop being weird, dude.
He gets off on this. So thanks to that alarm, Nekomaru ended up falling while he was still hanging upside down.
Oh man, is one of
That
my
doesn't
favorite
mean he
characters
just
Modern
crashed
Toko?
straight into the floor.
Oh no,
Of course, you know that too, right?
I'm ashamed of myself. He collided with the pillar. That's why it fell.
When Nekomaru fell to the floor, he ended up colliding with the pillar. Isn't that it?
Finally, the pillar!
So that's how the pillar shattered, and why oil was spilled all over the place.
It's all coming together.
See, I told you the pillar was the weapon. My gut was totally right.
Well, the pillar was a bonus. It's not even clear if the killer intended that, or if it was just a coincidence.
At this point, it is quite difficult to find a clue that will lead to the killer.
Then what about the alarm? I'm positive the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m. And if we map it out from there...
Hold on, baby gangsta.
Stop calling me baby gangsta!
What did you say? Did you say the alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.?
Yes.
You didn't check it yourself? Nekomaru's alarm was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nah, that's impossible. Because
He
even
died
though
at
I slept in a
5:30.
little, I still got to the tower at 7 in the morning.
But that's because the clocks were messed up.
Now that you mention it, so did I. There was no way I could be late for Monokuma Tai Chi, so I left for Grape Tower before
But
7 a.m.
Monokuma even said everyone bot moment. Monokuma said everyone ditched on Monokuma Tai Chi because the clocks.
And if we found Nekomaru's body there, it would have been before the 7:30 a.m. alarm went off.
I'm so
Yet
smart.
another contradiction
My
has been
meat is
confirmed.
huge.
How were you able to discover Nekomaru died at 7:30 a.m. when you went to the tower at 7?
Because he's got an internal clock.
That's what I want to know.
He's got the radio clock.
We headed for Grape Tower. Before 7 a.m., I am certain.
But the alarm inside Nekomaru's chest was set for 7:30 a.m.
Nekomaru died because of that alarm, right?
His time of death and the time the body was discovered. One of those must be an illusion.
The killer probably did some tampering. They probably messed with the clock inside Nekomaru's chest.
No, not in the chest. In
No, that's wrong.
in the other places. every other clock.
No, the clock inside his chest was a radio clock, so it would have been impossible to mess with.
So you're saying there's no way the killer could have tampered with the clock?
Maybe the clock Miss Sonia saw was the one that got tampered with.
The clock inside Grape House?
No, I checked all the clocks inside the funhouse.
Oh, that's what I asked you to do. So you really listened to me and checked all the clocks.
And because of that, I can confidently declare that all the clocks had the same time displayed.
If there's no possibility that the time was tampered with, then we must doubt that human's testimony.
Please believe me, we are not lying.
Then maybe it's a misunderstanding?
I love how blushy he gets.
never
The way he like
misunderstand.
pulls his scarf
I'll
up.
crush you into dog food.
Cause the clocks, they're behind. Yes! Ugh, I figured this out like second one. Why are you guys like this? You make me feel like Kameda. Yay! I like these. Whee! Huh. Oh man, I wasn't paying attention. The time in the building. Whew. Whew. Uh-oh. Oh, that's so scary. Which clock was tampered with? The building's clocks. This really does feel like Run. Ah! Ow. Oh no. Ow. Oh, I did jump. I jumped and you just didn't register it. You cuck. Whew. Okay, question 3. Which house at the wrong time? Both houses. I done it.
It's all coming together.
It's all coming together.
You said you checked all the clocks inside the building. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Hi guys.
Yeah, none of the clocks had the wrong time.
All the clocks had the wrong time.
But what if all those
All the clocks
been
had the
missing?
wrong time.
What?
What?
All the clocks?
So even if you checked all the clocks inside the building, there's no way you'd have noticed it.
I see. So the killer messed with the time inside the whole building by changing all the clocks.
Yes.
So that's what it was. There's no way I would have noticed that.
This is truly fantastic!
Now's not the time to be pleased. More importantly, How much was the time off?
It was 2 hours. It's not really a problem. You can easily figure it out. Because everyone heard the pillar fall at 5:30. Make your argument.
If the time in the building was all messed up, then we can only rely on Nekomaru's radio clock.
The time of death was clearly 7:30 a.m.
Oh,
The problem is, what time would 7:30 be? In our time.
Are there any clues that can be used to narrow that down? If only I heard the sound when you fell.
yes,
I agree with that.
I agree with that. I love the art in this game for like special moments
We should have heard the
where like
sound
you
when
agree
they
with
woke up.
someone or they
Isn't
like
that rumbling
try to
noise?
refute you.
Rumbling?
I thought it
Bye,
was
it's
just
Craze.
an earthquake, so
Thank
I
you
went
for
back
coming.
to sleep. Was that the sound from when Nekomaru fell?
Yes.
Well, a huge body fell from the 4th floor to the 1st, and the pillar fell with it.
Kabam.
It's obvious we'd hear the impact sound.
We heard that noise too.
It was when we were gathered at the Strawberry House Lounge.
Yes.
What is it, Sonia?
Wait, I just thought of something. Cause there was that part in when they were talking about what happened in the lounge when Nekomaru fell, and they were like, "Oh, we're all together, so all three of us have an alibi," because nobody was there at the time of death. But nobody was there at the time of death because they left him to die. So it could have been any of the three people at the house too. It could have been, what was it, Kazuichi, Gundam, and who was the other guy? Not Nagito. Oh, Fuyuhiko.
Oh, wow. That sound everyone heard? I did not hear it at all.
Huh?
You probably didn't hear it because you were sleeping.
I could not sleep at all. I was awake the whole night with hunger pains.
There's nothing to worry about. What's important is that rumbling noise anyway.
If we use that rumbling sound as a reference, we might be able to figure out how much our time was off.
I heard that sound probably around 5:30 in the morning.
Huh? You can tell?
I instantly woke up and left my room. And that's when I saw the clock in the lounge.
Excellent work, Akane!
2 hours. Why can't I select it? There we go.
I see!
Nekomaru's alarm went off at 7:30, and if we heard the sound of his impact at 5:30, that means our time was off by 2 hours.
And that means everyone missed Tai Chi.
2 hours? That much?
We were starving pretty badly. There's no way we would have noticed.
Plus, the funhouse has no windows. And there weren't any Monokuma announcements either.
However, for what reason did the killer alter our perception of time?
The reason is obvious. So they can lure out just Nekomaru.
Because he had the clock.
If you messed with the clocks and used a specific thing, you definitely get Nekomaru to the tower alone, right?
You wouldn't even have to tell him.
From there, the
To go
killer's
down.
plan was a splendid success. That's all it means.
Monokuma Tai Chi!
I see!
That's it. The killer made use of the Monokuma Tai Chi activity in the morning.
How did they use it?
We were required to go to Great Tower every morning at 7 a.m. for that activity, right? But if they mess with all the clocks inside the building, what would that do to us?
We wouldn't be able to attend on time, but that wouldn't affect Nekomaru. His radio clock had the exact time.
That's right. In doing so, the killer was able to lure him to the tower by himself at the precise time.
Then, when I witnessed Nekomaru early in the morning,
if I recall, you witnessed Nekomaru around 5 a.m.
Which would have
And
actually
if that
been
time
7.
was also 2 hours off, it should have been 7 a.m. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At that time, he was heading over to Monokuma Taichi, right on schedule.
I see. Now that I think about it, I realize what Monokuma meant when he said those words.
Everyone ditched.
Too early. He didn't even ask you yet.
How outrageous, right? I honestly didn't expect everyone to ditch Monokuma Taichi. See? See? I'm playing 8D chess
You
right
said
now.
Everyone. You were including us, right? We thought we came to the tower on time, but in truth, it was way past the meeting time.
Ah, jeez. That's, well, how should I put it? What was it? You know, tripping over a foot or something like that.
I don't know that
Are
saying.
you talking about tripping over someone else's fault?
Wrong! Too bad.
Liar! I'm right!
That's not it. It's incorrect.
Do you mean stepping on someone else's feet?
Definitely the correct answer. You always get so stubborn like this.
Let's just ignore the peanut gallery. Now that we've found out how the killer lured Nekomaru, the number of suspects has drastically decreased.
How's that?
Hey, why would that decrease the number of suspects? Don't be a friggin' liar!
You'll know I'm not lying when you listen to what Fuyuhiko's going to say next.
huh? What the hell do you mean?
You witnessed Nekomaru going toward the tower. Did something else happen after that?
The bell went off, didn't it?
Are you talking about that alarm?
Alarm?
A little while after I witnessed Nekomaru, the clock in the Strawberry House lounge started going off. Plus, it was just before that rumbling sound occurred. That's it. So that's what it is. If Nekomaru died when the rumble happened, then whoever doesn't have an alibi at the time is the prime suspect.
Really? Was there anyone who didn't have an alibi at that time?
I think nobody had an alibi at that time.
Remember now, the sound was so loud I couldn't help bolting from my room. But there was one guy who never left the lounge.
Fuyuhiko?
We were both on the same floor. It's pretty weird that bastard never came out of his guest room.
Or Gundam. Or
Which
Nagito.
means that person does not have an
Nagito
alibi
didn't
for when
leave.
Nekomaru fell?
And he said he didn't hear the sound.
Who's the bastard?
Nagito didn't leave. Right? It's you.
You're the only one!
You're the only one.
The one who wasn't there. It's you, right, Nagito?
That's right. Nagito wasn't there. It was just me, Gundam, and Fuyuhiko.
You didn't come out, even though the alarm was going off like crazy. You weren't in your room, were you?
I mean, neither were any of the other guys.
Where were you?
Please, say something.
If you don't hurry up and answer, I'm gonna suicide dive you!
What does that mean?
If I may be frank, even if I wanted to go to the lounge, I couldn't.
How's that?
You couldn't? What do you mean?
It's merely the foolish talk of the weak.
Not only did I not hear the alarm, I never even heard that rumbling sound.
but Sonya didn't either.
Definitely fucking lying.
However, that is also true for me. It is obvious that I did not hear the alarm in Strawberry
Was she in one of
House,
the really nice rooms? Are those soundproof?
but I did not hear the rumbling sound either. Is that not strange? I mean, everyone else heard it.
I just recognized. I thought I recognized his voice. I looked up the English voice actor for Kazuichi, and it's the same guy who played Noriaki Kakyoin in JoJo's Part 3. I don't know who that is.
To be honest, it's not just them. The same goes for me too.
But maybe that's incentive
I
for
was
me
in a
to
pretty deep sleep.
watch
So I
Part
thought
3 because
that's
I
why I
like
couldn't hear it, but-
Kazuichi. I was gonna say Kakyoin.
It wasn't that. I probably couldn't hear it at all.
It's the rooms they were in,
Couldn't
right?
hear it. What does that mean?
You still don't know. Think about what the three of us who didn't hear a sound have in common, and I'm sure you'll figure it out.
No, don't. Part 3 is bad. Okay. Secret of points to the killer. Oh, because there were 4 deluxe. Oh, I can't pause this. Yes, I can. There's 4 deluxe rooms, and 3 people who were in the deluxe rooms. It was Kazuichi. No, not Kazuichi. Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki all were in the deluxe room. Checks your text. It's that guy. Let me look at him. Oh yeah, okay, I know this guy. I've seen him. Okay, okay. So there were 4 deluxe rooms because there's 2 in each house. So we've called out 3 people who are in the deluxe rooms. So who was the 4th person that wasn't in the deluxe room, or that was in the deluxe room? And then if they came out when the rumbling happened, it would have to either be Kazuichi or Gundam, right? Because Fuyuhiko was already there. But if there was someone who was in the deluxe room and they came out of the room supposedly when the like rumbling happened and they weren't supposed to have heard it, then that's the killer. Because they would have they were faking hearing it. Oh god. I've got a lot of words to go. Deluxe room. Give me an L. Give me a U. Give me an X. Give me an E. I said give me an E, thank you. Give me an R. Yes. Give me an O. It's spelled R-U-U-M. Give me an M. I done it. Oh, rooms.
I got it! Nagito, Sonya, and Chiaki.
The 3 of you are in the
We're
deluxe
staying in
room.
the deluxe room, right?
Yes.
If I recall, the deluxe rooms are...
It is soundproof. Yes.
The reason we could not hear the rumbling noise.
That's right. It was because the deluxe rooms have superior sound insulation.
Yes.
You actually noticed that. Nice catch, Hajime. Are you using your ultimate reserve corps student talent?
Stop patronizing me.
Now then, you guys must understand by now, right? The true identity of Nekomaru's killer.
Who was the
Hold
other?
on a sec. Why does that leave into who the killer is.
But I don't want it to be either Kazuichi or Gundam. I like both of them. I don't want it to be either of them.
Why? Well, that fact just now is a very important clue, and a decisive factor in identifying the killer. Decisive factor?
It's whoever else was in the deluxe room. The killer among us! The killer who murdered Nekomaru! Who? It's me! Is it you? It's either him or Kazuichi. Where's Kazuichi? There he is. He looks a little more like a killer. But I don't know.
You're the only one!
You're the only one.
Gundam, there's something I want to ask you. When
But
the
he
alarm
wouldn't
rang
have-
at the Strawberry House
Why?
lounge, you rushed over there too, right?
What's wrong with that? If the bell of catastrophe rings throughout the night, it is the universe's providence to stop it.
But you wouldn't have been able to hear it.
Why were you able to hear it?
Hear what?
I mean, you were also staying in a deluxe room, right? Nagito was staying in a deluxe room in the same house on the same floor, and he couldn't even hear it. So why were you able to hear that alarm?
Now that you mention it...
Gundam?
There's only one possibility. You weren't in your room at the time. That's why, even though you were staying in a deluxe room, you still went to the lounge. Am I right?
Why did that alarm go off?
Gundam, you have some sort of explanation, right?
Gundam probably couldn't return to his room because of Fuyuhiko.
The guy who plays Komaeda also plays the main
Me?
character from Sword Art Online. Oh no!
After you saw Nekomaru heading to the tower, you stayed at the lounge for a while. Am I correct?
Yes.
Until the moment that alarm started ringing, right?
Yeah.
If you were in the lounge for that long, the killer who had left earlier obviously wouldn't be able to go back.
Even though Mekamaru's murder was a death trap that utilized the alarm in his chest, the killer still needed to prepare the murder in advance.
Like putting Nekomaru in sleep mode and tying him up with a wire.
In order to do that, the killer needed to be waiting for Nekomaru at the tower. Which means when Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru, the killer was already at the tower.
And once they tried to go back, they couldn't because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge.
Oh.
In their original plan, the killer should have returned to their room before the alarm in the lounge went off.
But I don't want it to be
And
Gundam.
they were supposed to stay in their room. They weren't planning to come out and go to the lounge.
I know.
Which means they wouldn't have heard the alarm or the rumbling sound, thus proving they were in the room. Just like us.
The best case scenario would have been if those two in the lounge had gone to check the deluxe rooms. After all, if they personally saw the killer sleeping in their room, it gives the killer a stronger alibi. Unfortunately, they failed to secure that alibi. Because I was in the lounge. So the killer couldn't go back to their room, and ended up hearing the lounge's alarm.
But why'd you come out? You should have hid till the excitement died down.
If Gundam tried to hide, and if those two went to his room to check on him, he would have been found out. That would have been the worst possible outcome. That's why he couldn't just stay hidden.
If those two had just checked the deluxe rooms as planned, that would have been ideal, but... How ironic. The moment Fuyuhiko set foot in the lounge, your plan was doomed.
Gundam? Please, can you at least say something?
Answer me this. Including myself in my 4 dark devas of destruction, how many ears do we possess?
10.
The answer is 10. That's right, I possess 10 ears. That means I have 5 times the hearing of a normal human.
Oh, this is what you're going with?
The soundproof system here may as well not exist.
Is that your argument? You bastard! Do you understand the situation you're in right now?
Do not panic. The truth shall now commence. At the time, I left my room to go to the bathroom. By coincidence, I heard the alarm.
This seems like an Ace Attorney
That's right. That's all it
thing.
was. The world is always
Testimony.
so simple.
Are you saying it was just a coincidence? Isn't that timing a little too perfect?
And yet, I'm being suspected by all of you. It seems it was actually horrible timing on my part.
I see. You're still holding out. Well, you don't have to admit it. We're going to decide who the killer is with the majority vote anyway.
But if you're wrong, then...
So, why don't we just go ahead and start voting? It's obvious that Gundam is the killer.
Hold on a sec.
You know, Hajime, this class trial, this killing, it's merely the opening act, you know.
What do you
Hey! What do you mean the class trial is just the opening act?
Perhaps I should say it's just a farce. Just a
Huh?
boring farce. So boring, so stressful. I'm so painfully bored that I might develop stomach ulcers. Seriously. Let's just hurry up and finish this before I collapse from poor health.
Nagito, something definitely happened to you, didn't it? At some point during the investigation, your behavior became even weirder. What actually happened? Did you discover something?
Well, let's just leave that fun for later. And finish this opening act already.
You said opening act again!
Does it have to do with the files he got?
We have yet to hear Gundam's rebuttal.
But he's completely shut up. Perhaps he can't argue anymore.
Gundam!
I was simply at a loss for words after being dumbfounded by your pathetic assumption.
None of the characters have eaten in like 2 days, right? That's why they're actually so crazy. No, after Nekomaru died, Monokuma gave everyone something to eat, so they're fine.
In fact, I shall deny the very basis. Your assumption has been wrong since the beginning.
Since the beginning?
Based on your assumption, I hung Nekomaru from the 4th floor of the tower and made the floor descend to the 1st floor. From there, after returning to Strawberry House, I was present when the alarm at the lounge went off, correct? Although going to and fro is busy enough as it is, how would I be able to travel between both houses anyway?
I see. The contact elevator was broken.
You broke it afterwards.
As I recall, the killer tampered with the Grape House control panel, which shut down the elevator.
Oh.
Plus,
But
the
if he-
stock elevator should have been facing the Grape House side.
But if he was, if he cleared the final dead room, then he knows how to, he can travel between the houses, like Nagito.
If so, the human who used the elevator would have left it at Grape House. For these reasons, it's an indisputable fact that the killer destroyed the elevator at Grape House.
And what's wrong with that?
the elevator was broken at Grape House, you wouldn't be able to return to Strawberry House.
However, I was already at Strawberry House. I was present when the alarm in the lounge started ringing. Which means your assumption is clearly wrong.
Are you serious? And here I thought it's already been decided.
Have you learned your lesson, pitiful humans? You cannot overcome this contradiction.
Oh, okay. I thought we were done with the bullets. Oh.
That elevator was the only means of travel between the two houses.
That's not true. That's not true.
As long as
That's
that
not true.
elevator was broken,
That's not true.
your assumption collapses.
I don't know what to do.
Plus, the elevator was broken at Grape House.
If the killer cannot return to Strawberry House,
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay. I think I have to take someone's thing. Because there was a secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at
Okay.
Grape House.
If the killer cannot.
Since I was at there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you
Yes.
plan to lecture me? Why don't we stop this already?
Secret passageway.
That elevator was the only means of travel.
That's not true!
No, that's wrong.
It was a secret passageway. Because Nagito did it.
No,
He has it.
there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
Yes, there is.
Then why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Nagito! Where is he? There he is. Oh, looking like an asshole as usual.
You're the only one.
You're the only one, except for Gundam, who did the murder.
Nagito, you should know.
What are you talking about?
Don't
play
hurt
dumb.
me.
You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
That'd be a great Valentine's Day
There's a
card.
secret
What?
passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Grape House. Isn't that right?
Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve corps show up.
Shut up!
But you're right.
Oh, you're the only
There's
one.
a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House.
Oh yeah!
After I opened the door and went down. Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Oh man, I love
However,
him.
What if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
I mean, everyone knows
There's
it
no way
exists.
they didn't know.
an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, Hulk.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes.
Oh, Jesus.
Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say.
Oh god, this is hard to cut through.
Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
There we go. Yeah. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna need to try this a few times, I think.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes. Provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail I say. Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
Oh, I did it.
I can't back down!
Yay! That's so hard all
I
the
already
time.
proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't, at least pray to the key which dwells in the light.
Oh god, come on, Gundam.
Know the limits of your own reasoning. You say the killer went to the Octagon. Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh, they cut through those words.
The wire used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower.
Yes. Yes.
Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse.
Go off, Hunter.
Where did the killer obtain them?
Final Denver.
The only place I can think of is the Octagon. There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too.
Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too,
But
right?
how do you prove that Gundam's the one who entered the Octagon?
Seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening
Why
act.
are you so
So I'm going to end this
eager?
right now.
Hey, what are you...
First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building,
He's doing it
Gundam
now.
tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties, but even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay?
Alright, buddy.
Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, So by pressing the goodnight button, you rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me! Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
Alright, dude, I'll get you some Viagra, it's
you
fine.
intend to do?
You can...
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Everyone gets erectile dysfunction sometimes. It's okay,
Your
Gundam.
words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button.
It's okay if you can't finish.
However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
Okay.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Yeah.
Just as I thought, truly frail, succumbing so easily to this simple argument, it was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
We're doing a... Yeah, rhythm game time. Oh god, how do you do this
I
one again?
won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither!
This one's a little easier. I can hear the music better.
For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! It's Nekomaru's back.
The
Do you really
four
think I can
dark
get behind him so
days.
easily?
This is the end!
Your hamsters did it. It wasn't you.
Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck. As long as you have the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh?
Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
He uses them for everything. You're gonna doubt
Of course
this?
it'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Yeah, they pressed the button and the... Oh.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton writing, right? Hey, the With your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Mechamaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Why do you say it like that? Gundam.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life. Trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road.
But
Pull
why'd
the
you...
curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Why'd you kill him? Oh, okay. I gotta do this now. Who set the line? Just a clock alarm. What? Oh, I don't have the... I forgot. This isn't necessarily in order. Hamster and murder! Oh man, that's good. Mechamaru waking up. Oh, this is gonna mess with me. This is gonna confuse me. Shit. He wakes up. Fuyuhiko sees him going. Then, okay, that's hamster murder. Presses his button, he goes to sleep, right? Yes, I don't know what he's doing here. The wire wrapped around Nekamaru's feet. Hung loop onto the doorknob, yes. Then... Oh, he broke the button. God, that face. The fake weapon most of the tower was the hammer. Then Fuyuhiko. Oh yeah, it was at the lounge. Everyone was there. Nekamaru wakes up, falls, the doorknob breaks. Everyone hears it. Is that that? Yeah. That's that. Alarm set for 5:30 a.m. It's 5 a.m. right now. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Oh, that's this, okay. Met up because of the lounge clock alarm. Is that? Yes. Puts the thing on the door. Alarm set for 5:30. That's his button. Fuyuhiko. Okay, that was a total guess. It has to be this. It's alarm set for 5:30 a.m. Is that there? No, it's not that. Okay. Alarm set for 5:30 a.m. Press the button. That's where he leaves the hammer. It has to be before that then, right? Yeah, it's before this, so... Not that. Not that. Is it this? Okay, that didn't really make sense, but sure. Nekamaru hanging, Fuyuhiko can't sleep, which is at the beginning, right? Yeah, Fuyuhiko can't sleep. Nekamaru wakes up. Does he need to sleep? Puts, yay, the button. The button. He got the button. we done it? Oh, one more. Doorknob coming off. He leaves the hammer. There we go.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final deck. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Great Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Tai Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Great Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Great Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's
With
neck.
the power of hamsters.
This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building's structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob. But because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died.
Why does Kazuichi look like he's got a creepy face on him? He's got the killer face and not the actual killer.
The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room.
I did this, yeah.
They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
I'm really gonna miss Gundam.
Already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth. Or I'll friggin' kill you myself!
I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
Why did he do
You
it?
don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
We done it. B. I knew it. Oh man, I've got a lot of coins.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever! I bit my tongue at the most important part!
I love him. I'm very much going to miss Gundam. It shouldn't have been this way, but it was. So speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys are correct once again. Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement. That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the amazing funhouse was Gundam Tanaka.
Nice!
Yay, I said all that without biting my tongue.
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on. It's true the class trial is finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish yet until we hear from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like. Okay. Why do you want to talk to blah, 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 blah?
Listen well.
Correct. Guess what? I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake.
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, that is no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain. Fine then, I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse, and I devised a killing plan using that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeeded in luring Nekomaru to the tower, and this is what happened. Did he, like, challenge him? Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away, or even called for help, but he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
Let me tell
He was serious too.
this.
He gave it all to try to kill me. If I had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by myself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
Alright, go off.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might! I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Nekomaru need I. Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
So they really just had a macho
is-
battle between each other. Even if both sides agreed, it was still wrong. I will not argue. I had no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell
However, I
you
must say
this.
this. What is the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. But there's abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Oh.
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing is born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch,
Giving
you
up
will
on
die.
life, that's just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog-eat-dog? Cannibalism? No.
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well.
This is what it means to live. Sure, if you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall
In a
engulf
world, if a
this
world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce
It is a
you.
violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity.
You.
Are you saying all that just to try to justify what you did?
But...
No, I think he already believed that. Sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too, that's why they fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I've betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth.
Fall.
But even
my
so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here? Yes.
Oh,
That belief is why you committed your crime.
you...
What about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make
Unlike
history.
Nagito, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play. I put 6 bullets in. After listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? It is a suicide! I can't believe you would ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka.
History's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade
Not in a
like
million,
dust
not in a
the wind.
billion, not in 10,000 billion years in the name of pandemonium. It is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Bye, Gundam.
Yes, indeed.
You were fun. I really like you. The Ultimate Breeder. I forgot that was his title.
I beg of you.
Help Gundam. Sonia. Please, I beg of you. Sonia. An actor's armor finally stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam! It's time to start for reals, right?
Fine.
However...
What is it, my four dark devas of destruction? Are you worried about me?
No!
Oh, my feared four dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness. That is why, until the very end, pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously!
Go the fuck off, Gundam.
That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
Hell yes!
Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
I love him. I love him. He's the best character. He better have the coolest death. If they do him dirty, I'm gonna be so upset. Oh my god. Gundam Tanaka Stampede. Oh, I didn't read the second half. Who's gonna take care of the hamsters? Oh my god, he's making a magic circle. Oh my god! Is this legit? Is he actually doing magic, or... Oh. They just bounced up to him. And the animals in heaven. Gundam! No! That was fantastic.
Damn it!
He's the coolest motherfucker in the whole world. How's that?
Worst.
Oh. You are right. You are right.
Oh, yeah. Shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once for all! So, don't just stand there and shit. Stand up, move forward, etc. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. This is, like, really sweet, actually. We can't allow that.
Hey! Hey!
Wait!
Now then.
Hey, hey!
It's not like that.
Hey, hey. Right?
Thus, the class trial has come to an end. Once again, we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group had definitely diminished. Despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming before us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Who? He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito? Is stream okay? Or did my... Oh, I think it's just my Wi-Fi. Oh no, did my Wi-Fi go out? Is stream alright? This still says it's okay. It's fine? Okay. It was just my phone said that the broadcast had ended and it scared the shit out of me. Okay. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. That's not a good face, Nagito. I don't trust that face right there that you're pulling. Before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There's no way the file had just Hajime's information.
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they've reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I can't forgive this.
damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot ignore this. What? What did he find out?
Kuma appears!
Who summoned me?
Now then.
Oh, it's... Oh, shit.
What's this?
What's the lonely little Nagito? Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see, so you can tell. Ah, perhaps you found out who the traitor is? You know me well.
Wow.
Is what I'd like to say, but unfortunately I haven't learned that yet. I see, so even you don't know, huh? Looks like the final showdown is gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why'd you summon me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love? Alright.
Hey,
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh yeah, what about it? There was information about 16 people in the fight. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
you don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right? But there's only 15. They are pulling a Mukuro Ikusama! Oh!
Of course!
That's right, I just used the stuff that the former headmaster spent a lot of time making. If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope's Peak Academy? What?
Who knows?
I wonder.
Hey,
Could it be... Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? If it's my job to heat things up, it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
well,
That's not my point.
right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up.
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Nanami after losing her magic stick. The traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No, no.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the Evil Future Foundation lackey who's been putting you guys through all this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know? Cooperation?
Hey,
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No.
Obviously, that's a big no-no. I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you too. Well, I knew you would say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle the sadness when you inevitably betray me later on. Haha, just as I thought, you saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself in despair must exist. You're right, you're a true believer of hope after all. I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason.
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky. But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this.
Whoa.
Am I? I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
Huh?
You don't know?
Wouldn't you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity? I can't rely on anyone on this island, that's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. Like Makoto. Like Makoto! Ugh. The two of you are alike, you definitely remind me of him. Makoto! There's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Huh? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on the island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person's already on the island, wouldn't that be exciting? This is fucked up. This is fucked up. How many days left? Days left. Chapter 4 is complete. We've done it. And I have more questions than ever. 7 people left. Is one of them the traitor? Oh, I'm so intrigued. I got the Hellhound earring! Oh, fantastic. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now. No, it's fine. Shh. None of that. Thank you so much for coming. This was actually a really, really good, like, chunk of information that we've learned. Oh, I'm so excited! What's gonna happen? 'Cause, oh man. 'Cause Nagito's 5 steps ahead of everyone, but I honestly didn't expect him to be like directly compared to Makoto from the first game. That he wants to become the ultimate hope by also becoming the ultimate despair. It's fucked up. I love it. And oh man. Are there actually 16 students, or was he referring to the 16 from the last game? I'm not super clear on that. Because it seems like there could be a 16th person if they're saying Monokuma's waiting for someone. That could be another person. Like, what if Junko's still alive? I don't know. She kind of exploded is the thing, so I don't know if she's still alive. She kind of got crushed into a fine paste. So I don't know if it's her again. It seems, what's the word? Recursive. If it's her again that's, like, behind everything. I'd like to think that there's several people who are behind Monokuma and the runnings of Hope's Peak and stuff. It's not just one insane person. But we're gonna find out. And oh my god, we're like getting there in the game, because there's only really like 5 or 6 chapters, and we're done with chapter 4 now. We're heading into chapter 5. So we're really getting there. We're gonna get to the bottom of this soon enough. Which is exciting. We'll pick this up tomorrow. What do I have to announce? What did I say at the beginning? Oh yeah, it's just little quality of life things that I added. Go look at my VOD channel. There's more stuff there now. And I'm also gonna start putting the Danganronpa stuff up there too, if you want to go back and rewatch the adventures and the escapades of this playthrough so far, because I'm having a great time, and I hope other people want to relive that eventually. Yeah, thank you for coming. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. And we'll explore Island 5 of all things. Yeah. Bye!